webinar. Thank you for taking the time out of your day and joining on. And for those who weren't able to be on here, we are going to be recording this, so you'll get that at the end. So if you're here, you're likely a student who is preparing for your senior year. You're in the middle of it, or you're about to graduate and you're thinking about what comes next. So today we're going to go over Grad Path. We'll tell you what Grad Path is and show you the website. If you have any questions, we will have a Q&A at the end. And you can also add your questions down in the chat. As I mentioned, this webinar is recorded, and you will receive a recording of the webinar later today. So Grad Path is designed to just help you explore graduate school if you're still deciding, or making it easier to start if you already know what you want to do, so that you can move forward with confidence and save time, hassle, and money along the way. All right, so is graduate school right for me? These are a lot of common worries that students have. They're not ready if they're ready, or if they're ready to go to grad school. Applying is confusing and stressful. They need flexibility with their schedule. They're not sure that they can afford it, and they want to start working on their start work after they complete their bachelor's degree. These are very common worries, and they might sound familiar to you. If you're feeling that way, just know that you are not alone. There are many students that feel this exact same way. I'm feeling this way right now, trying to decide if I want to go to graduate school. But Grad Path is here exactly to address these concerns so that you can explore or move forward with less cost and less stress. All right, so the big picture of Grad Path, it has two main components. There is the Grad Path Courses, which is to help you test drive or get a head start on grad school. And then Grad Path Direct Admit, which helps you get admitted into a graduate program quickly and painlessly. And underneath, or in addition to Grad Path Direct Admit, there is a Grad Path Scholarship. It's an automatic scholarship consideration once you apply for Grad Path Direct Admit. There's no application necessary for the Grad Path Scholarship. So to go into a little bit more detail about Grad Path Courses, depending on the program, you can take 2 graduate level courses in your senior year. The joint MAC and MBA program is a little bit different, where you can actually take 4 graduate level courses. Now, please keep in mind that these credits, they will apply to a master's program, but it won't count towards the 120 undergraduate credits that you need to graduate or need to have to graduate from SUU with your bachelor's degree. What is great is that this gives you the opportunity to test drive a grad program if you are on the fence, or it gives you a head start in grad school if you know that that's what you want to do. Now, majority of the classes are online, but there are some on-campus options available. Another thing that I would like to mention is that the graduate programs have either 7-week courses or 14-week courses. The 7-week courses are a bit more accelerated, so please keep that in mind while you are planning out your semesters. And another great thing about Grad Path Courses is that you are actually paying the undergraduate tuition rate for the graduate courses. So applying for grad school can at times be tedious, but Grad Path Direct Admit is a free and simplified process that makes applying for grad school really easy. One thing is you don't have to have taken Grad Path courses during your undergrad in order to apply for Direct Admit. So for those of you who are graduating or won't have room in your senior schedules, you can totally still apply for Direct Admit, and we encourage you to do that. You will need to have a bachelor's degree and qualifying GPA for your graduate program of interest. Typically, the GPA is in between a 2.5 or 3.0, depending on the program. Now, whether you've taken Grad Path courses or not, everyone will need to apply for Grad Path Direct Admit to continue into a graduate program. Now, with the Grad Path Direct Admit, there is a great bonus of being automatically considered for the Grad Path Scholarship. This applies to your graduate program. Now, there's no application because you're automatically considered, so it's really easy because you don't have to do anything. You're just automatically considered for it. Once you are accepted into a grad program, those with an undergraduate GPA of up to 3.49 will be considered for a $1,000 scholarship that will be applied in your first semester. If your GPA is 3.5 or higher, you will be considered for an additional $1,000 the following semester. So it's $2,000 in total. That's $2,000 off your first year of grad school, which is amazing and quite frankly not really heard of elsewhere. So this is such a great thing that SU has. In addition to that scholarship, there are financial aid options for graduate school. So please talk to your financial aid counselor or your financial aid advisor, and they'll be happy to go over those options with you. Next, we're going to have Taylor, who is going to go over the available programs and the potential savings with Grad Path.
All right, thank you, Tate. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, awesome. So these are all of the available master's programs that qualify for Grad Path courses. So we have Arts Administration, Accountancy, Business Administration, Business Analytics, Cybersecurity, Education, Interdisciplinary Studies. I'm currently doing this program right now. Woo-woo. And then the next one is the Combined MAC MBA, which is a Master's of Accountancy and Business. And then we have Music Technology, Professional Communication, Public Administration, and Sports Conditioning. So as you can see, we do have quite a few programs that we offer. And we will eventually be hosting grad program info sessions where we will dive deeper into specific programs, so stay tuned. However, today's session is more of a general overview, just to give you the big picture and to help you start planning. Okay, so this slide and the next one shows all the programs we just talked about, along with the savings breakdown. So savings assume taking the maximum graduate credits at the undergraduate tuition rate and include the $2,000 scholarship award. Keep in mind, though, that this amount can vary depending on your GPA and the scholarship awarded. But typically that's 2 classes, though the MAC MBA combined program allows up to 4 classes. So for example, we're going to talk about the Arts Administration program. So that's in the upper left-hand corner. So the usual cost of the Arts Administration program is about $16,000. But with Grad Path course savings and the $2,000 scholarship, you could save over $4,500. So this brings the total cost down to a little over $11,000, offering substantial savings, and that's very exciting. Okay, so just real quick, Tate mentioned that you can pay undergraduate pricing for these courses, and that is an amazing deal. But I also want to show you how you can pay 0 additional tuition for Grad Path courses. So I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but Southern Utah University has a tuition plateau. So this means that once you reach a certain number of credits, any additional credits are no extra cost. So in this chart, you can see the plateau for both online and on-campus students. So this chart shows how your tuition changes as you add credits. So once you reach full-time status, your tuition doesn't increase, it just stays the same. So think of it like a plateau, so you can add Grad Path courses within that range without paying extra tuition or fees, so letting you save while earning graduate credit. An important reminder, though, is that if you're using financial aid, loans, or grants, you should check with your financial aid advisor before taking Grad Path courses, just to make sure that it doesn't affect your benefits. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a quick look at the Grad Path webpage. This is your go-to resource for program lists eligibility requirements, and scholarship information. So we're going to go there together. Okay, so at the very top, it will give you links for the Grad Path courses, Grad Path Direct Admit, and the scholarship. I hope everybody can see that okay. I'm going to zoom in maybe a little bit, if it will let me. And then there are buttons at the top where you can apply to Grad Path courses, apply to Direct Admit, or request information. So we're just going to scroll through this together. So the first part we're going to talk about are these Grad Path courses. As you can see here, there is a button that gives the course qualifications. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And as you can see, it lists them all out in detail. Something to be aware of is that Grad Path course credits count towards your master's degree, so you can't double dip. And then you will need to submit a Grad Path course application for each semester or session. And to continue in the Grad Path Courses program, you must pass each graduate course with a B or better. Okay, next we are going to go down to the Grad Path Direct Admit. Once again, if you click here, it will give you all of the qualifications. Something to keep in mind is that some master's programs do have specific requirements or prerequisites, and that you need to meet those in order to do the program. But once you decide which graduate program you are interested in, you can reach out to the program's academic advisor who will review the exact requirements with you. Okay, now we're going to continue to scroll down, and as you can see, it's going to show you the available graduate degrees for Grad Path. I'm going to click into one just so you can see. So we're going to click into accountancy. And what's nice about this is it will show you the breakdown of the cost. It will also go over the program advisors, so you know who to reach out to for more information or who you'll be working with. And it will also list the maximum credits allowed, which is 6. And then if you continue to scroll down, it will show you all the available Grad Path courses. So for this particular program, there are a lot available to you. Okay. And then the last thing is our Grad Path Graduate Scholarship. As it states here, students are automatically considered for the Grad Path Scholarship as soon as they opt into a qualifying graduate program. And then at least list the GPA requirements as well. And then if you do want more information on financial aid, you can just click this button here that says financial aid options. And it will give you a lot of information and additional resources. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see here that we have the contact information for the financial aid office. Here's their phone number and their email, and they'd be very happy to help you with any questions that you might have. And that is most of the website. You can dive in a little bit deeper on your own, but thanks for following along with me, and we'll get back to our slideshow. Okay. All right, so this slide summarizes the key benefits of SU's Grad Path program. Essentially, it's designed to help you boost your earning potential, accelerate your progress, and achieve your master's with flexible options. So for those of you who decide to work right after getting a bachelor's degree, many students do their master's while working, especially with many courses available online, so you can fit school around your busy schedule. That's actually what I'm doing right now. And then Grad Path also saves you money and you get support along the way. Okay, so this slide shows our contact information. So you can see our email and our phone number. If you do have more questions or want additional information, you can reach out to our academic advisors, graduate recruiters, or visit the Grad Path webpage, which we just went through. But our graduate team is very happy to help and support you along the way. So hopefully we've gotten you excited and you want to move forward. If you are ready to take the next step, you can use these QR codes to apply. Which one you use depends on where you are academically. So the Grad Path Courses QR code at the top is recommended if you still have 1 to 2 semesters left. have space in your schedule to add graduate courses, and have a minimum of 90 credits. And this allows you to start earning graduate credit while finishing your bachelor's degree. The Grad Path Direct Admit QR code at the bottom is recommended if you are graduating this semester with a bachelor's degree, or you don't have room to add extra courses, but you do want to transition directly into your graduate program. And then if admitted through direct admit, you'll automatically be considered for the Grad Path Scholarship when you begin your graduate studies. So there's no application for that. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here and investing in your future today. We're excited to support you on your Grad Path journey. Just a reminder, we will be emailing you a recording of this webinar, so it's totally okay if you don't remember all of the details. We will also be sending an email to gather your feedback on this presentation and our webpage. We really would love to hear from you. Since this is a new program, your input will help us make sure the information is clear and that you do have everything that you need to succeed, which is very important to us. But we are now happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay, I'm just looking over the chat. It looks like some people had some questions, but it looks like Stephanie has been on top of it and already responded. Just scrolling through to make sure we've addressed all of those.
Oh, we just got everyone.
Oh, great. Oh, let's see. Okay, sorry. So Gabriella, I believe you said, I want my master's in finance. Will more programs be added? That is a great question. Is Stephanie unmuted?
Yes.
Answering that?
Currently, we do not have a master's in finance, but we have a master's of MBA with a finance emphasis. So that is an option. And I don't think we have a master's in finance currently on the docket.
Anybody else have any questions before we wrap up? You don't have to be shy. We're not scary. You can either put them in the chat or you can possibly unmute yourself and ask us. Oh, okay, great. Okay, so I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, maybe Chivette, but what about if you're going to graduate your bachelor and you still need to complete 3 credits for undergraduate? I'm trying to make sure I understand.
So are you just saying that you still have 3 credits that you need to graduate with your undergrad? Okay. Yeah, so if you still need to take some classes and you're not graduated yet, you can definitely do the Grad Path courses still. If you have like one more semester or something where you're going to be taking that one class, that would actually be a good opportunity for you to take these Grad Path courses just to help you get a head start on your graduate program. Does that help answer your question? I think, is it Juvette? Okay.
Right.
Currently, Grad Path courses are not available under the Speedway program. We're hoping that can be a thing in the future. I think everyone might be unmuted now. If you want to go ahead and speak, you can try.
or keep sending questions in the chat. That works too.
Have you guys found this information to be helpful?
Okay, so I actually can talk now. Yay. I asked the question earlier about the finance, and I just wanted to kind of clarify the answer that you guys gave. So I know that there's no finance masters, but there is the one that with the finance emphasis. I don't know if I heard correctly. You guys said that currently there is a finance major that you guys are working on, or
No,
I'm sorry, I got
not
confused.
currently. We do not have a Master's of Finance in the works. We do add new programs every year, though, but I have not heard of a Master's in Finance coming. Just the MBA with the emphasis in finance.
And that one is not part of this program right now.
Yes,
Correct?
you can do the Master's of Business Administration in Finance. Yes, you can.
Through the Grad Path.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. You would just look for the Masters of MBA. That's the part on the website you'll look at. And then under that, you will find the finance option.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody else have any questions?
I just have a quick question. I don't know if this has already been asked, but how soon will I hear back after applying?
After applying through direct and courses, either way, you should hear back within 12, a day or two of a business work day. The admission team is pretty on top of getting the admissions done, and you'll hear back through your email. You guys have asked some great questions. If there aren't any more, we want to thank you for coming. And reach out to us if you ever have questions about Grad Path or, its various components of it.
Right? All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you attending.
Thank you.
Thank you.